Imagine spending your whole life thinking that you have no control of what the future is going to bring you. Stuck in that cycle of frustration, fear, self-doubt, and doing the habits that's going to constantly drag you down. Okay, until one day you finally realise that shit, nothing's working. Now, see, when I was 41, what happened to me is I realised that I was holding on to an identity that wasn't even mine. I was pretending to be someone I wasn't to portray myself as someone I thought that other people wanted me to be. Okay, so no wonder I was miserable. So no wonder I was trying to escape my reality through drink and drugs and whatever else I was using to escape at that moment in time. It wasn't until I made one massive shift, then that's when things started to change. Okay, welcome back, gang. LJ here, and today I'm going to tell you, basically, if you change how you view yourself, your self-concept, your entire world will transform. Now, this isn't just some motivational rah-rah pep talk. It's actually universal law, okay? It's ancient wisdom. It's the laws of the universe, okay? And this is the power of your identity. It's about owning the present moment, shifting your identity in every present moment, so that way that you can dominate and create your reality. Because no matter where you are right now, no matter what age you are, what's happened in your life, the way you see yourself, what you think, what you assume, and, all, okay? What all of that does, that creates the reality around you. Now, your identity is basically your blueprint for existence. Now, if you hang on and cling to those outdated beliefs, those limiting beliefs which are limiting you in every area of your life, those false ideas about who you are, those narratives about who you are and what you've done, now, if you kind of cling on to all that, nothing's going to ever change. But see, when you start to consciously choose a new version of you, a new identity, a new self-image, this is when you will unlock the transformation and reach your true potential. Okay, and this is what's happened to me, right? I spent decades trying to figure life out, okay? Thinking that I had to force things, trying to use willpower, pushing harder, only to end up repeating the same cycles over and over again. More frustration, even worse destructive habits, constantly causing drama in my life and for people around me. Okay? I was dragged around with the beliefs I had about myself, about my self-worth, okay? The things that I'd done in the past, my failures, okay? Everything that had happened in my life, I was allowing to drag me down. And most of the time, these beliefs were not even mine. I was holding on to something that wasn't even mine. I'd inherited it from society, from other people, from teachers, from everywhere. Now, so for about 25, maybe even 30 years, I lived in darkness, okay? Struggled with addiction, depression, low self-worth, anxiety. Okay, I filled my life with habits that would try and block out my current reality. Okay, these habits held me back. They done nothing to cause any real difference in my life. Maybe temporarily I would be back in the gym and I would get a little bit of motivation, but it was short-lived because the identity that I had at the moment wouldn't allow me to change. Okay, it didn't. In the identity's eyes, if I changed, it would die, and the identity doesn't want to die. Now, if you've been watching my channel and seen my past videos, you'll know how much I talk about this because it's such an important thing. And then when I was 41, I had my awakening. And then not long after my awakening, I was introduced to the concept that this was by my first mentor, who was the first mentor that I'd paid for. Okay? And he told me that I am not the sum of my past mistakes. I am not broken. He said, you are actually perfect just as you are. And see, if you go around trying to fix yourself, it will be futile. Okay? It's not going to work. All you're going to do is recreate the same as what you've always been creating. Okay? I was trying to do everything on the external to try and fix my life on the external without first changing who I thought I was, who I truly was inside. And the more I tried to force through and find solutions, the more I was just reinforcing my old identity. Okay, and this old identity, this was a lie, right? It wasn't in line with who I truly wanted to be at my core. Okay, because everything will change when you shift your identity. When you stop focusing on what you need to do instead of, pardon me, when you stop focusing on what you need to do instead of focusing on who you want to become, okay, this is when your life will start to make sense. Okay, I made the conscious choice to, and this wasn't easy, right? You know, to let go of these limiting beliefs, these disempowering beliefs, because I had accumulated so many of them over my life. Okay, and this was all based on the past. I had to find a way to get into the present moment, into my true nature again. Okay, and that's always right here in the present moment. See, deep down, I've always been this soft, loving, caring individual. But because of the environment I was raised in, I thought I had to be this tough guy, this bad guy. Right? Because I grew up in quite a toxic environment. There was a lot of gangs, drugs, violence. And I thought I had to be this person, you know, just to be accepted. And a lot of it was to survive. So what did I do? At that time, I became that guy. This was my identity at that time. I wanted people to be scared of me, because if they were scared of me, it means they wouldn't approach me. So I was actually the scared person inside, and I was portraying myself to be this tough guy. And guess what? I wasn't, right? And I became that guy, and that served me at that time. Okay, it kept me safe at that time. But slowly, I forgot who I was on the inside. For the longer I was being this person, the more I was moving away from my true nature. And then I was adopted this new identity. Now, fast forward 25 years, okay, for, you know, which is most of my adult life, I can now see that I was living a lie. I was too scared to be who I truly was, because I was too scared of what other people might think, their opinions, right? Their opinions of me was more important than how I felt about myself, you know, and that is quite sad. So when it was about 40 or 41, I had to then look at myself, and I had to look at these limiting thoughts, these limiting beliefs, these outdated assumptions about who I thought I was. And this wasn't easy or instantaneous. Okay, I had to start to use this amazing thing called imagination. Right? The universe has given us this gift, our imagination. Right? I don't think any other living creature or animal or anything has this. And this is what we use to consciously create whatever it is that we want in our life. And if you're hearing this for the first time, you might think it's BS, but stick with me, right? That's just your doubts talking. As I travel on this journey, you will start to understand more of what I'm saying. It's true, because I've lived it. Everything I talk about here is first-hand experience, okay? And we need to build this new image of ourselves, and that's what it starts with, our imagination, okay? And it's design a version of you that you truly respect, that you admire, that you love. And this is not about finding your famous celebrity that you like and mimicking, you know, their ideas of success, because their ideas of success is different from yours. I'm talking about creating you, the true version of you, right? That version deep within here. And for me, I had to visualize the man that I wanted to become. So I had to create him here in the invisible, okay, before I could bring him into the physical. Everything starts in the mind. That's why they say the universe is mental. It all starts in the mind, okay? And my mentor said to me, you have to be it before you will see it. And I was like, well, how can I be it before I see it? And I didn't understand. So it took, and I worked with him for 3 years, and obviously I know now, but at the beginning, and you might be at that point, it was difficult for me to truly grasp, how can I have all this and be it, right? If I don't have it, right? How can I do that? And he said, you have to be it before you see it, right? So, and what it means is you have to spend time visualizing who you want to become. Okay, what values you want to have, what qualities, how do you want to walk, talk, how do you want to treat people, everything. Okay, and it all starts in the mind. So you have to be it in the mind, you have to visualize it, and from that moment, then you have to start to bring it into the reality. Then you have to start acting like that. Then you have to start doing what that person would do. So if you're going to be this super successful, millionaire or whatever it is you want to do, right? So say, let's just use me for example. I want to impact millions of lives, and the vehicle I'm starting with is YouTube. Okay. Now, eventually I want to be on stage speaking all over the world, but right now my vehicle's YouTube, right? Okay. So that's what I want to do, right? So if I want to be that super successful person, okay, and I haven't created a video yet, or I haven't done anything yet, what would I have to do to be it? I would have to first create a YouTube channel. I would have to, get video ideas. I would have, whatever it is I would have to do, there's an action to take, right? So whatever it is, say you want to be a teacher and you're cleaning bathrooms right now, right? So you have to visualize being that teacher. What action would that teacher take, okay, to get where they are? They have to start it somewhere. So it's about always looking at, right, and even in situations, if you're becoming somebody different and you get into a confrontation, what would the person I'm becoming do? Would they react or with, aggression, or would they react with compassion? And for me, that's a big one, because I always thought I had to, I was always on the defensive, but now it's not. I'm full of compassion and love. So my reaction is very different to how it was 7, 8 years ago. So you have to start to create that version inside, and then always ask yourself, how would the version I'm becoming act? How would they respond? Because your inner world, that's the foundation of your reality. When you begin to see yourself as this powerful, unconditioned, conscious creator that you are, okay, your entire life will shift. There's no more living through your outdated beliefs that were handed to you or inherited to you by other people. No, you are the supreme architect, the master creator, the designer of your own life. And this is why awareness is so important. Okay? And another mentor, the first step of creation is awareness, he would tell me. You have to cultivate the awareness so that you can monitor your thoughts and change them when they are negative or they don't serve you. Monitor your actions so you can adapt them when they're not in line with who it is you're becoming. Okay, take a moment each day, in the beginning of the day, take a bit of time to visualize who you want to become, how you want to act, what you want to create, and spend time visualizing that. Take it, and then come in to the present moment and fill yourself with gratitude and think, and just be grateful. And just remind yourself, I am everything I need to be. I'm everything that I'm looking for. And as you focus your conscious attention, and use whatever affirmations that suit you, but as you focus your conscious attention and you use your imagination on creating this new identity, you will start to form these habits that reinforce your identity. And over time, that's who you will become. It will be natural because that's who you are now. And that's, for me, the man that I am now, 6 years down the line, 5, 6 years down the line, I am a totally different person. And that's only because I've consciously chose the habits, the decisions, the thoughts that have created this man. And as I said, it's not going to happen overnight, but you have to start at some point. So if you're not happy with your life, it's your fault. Right? It really is. You can blame circumstances. You can feel sorry for yourself. You can blame this, that, and the next thing. But no matter what's happened to you now, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to let the past ruin your future and dictate your life, or are you going to get on with it and start taking aligned, conscious action for what you want to create? Because when you shift from unconsciously consuming, every thought, and every belief from the past, and you start consciously choosing what to think, how you want to feel, you open the door to, health, wealth, happiness, success. Okay, you're not just creating, you're aligning with the version you want to become, your unique purpose on this earth. Because see, our life, right, it's a structure, like a building, anything, right? And this structure has 4 parts. We have the current reality, where we are right now. We have the desired reality, where do we want to go? We have an identity, who do we need to be to go from the current reality to the desired reality? And then we have an action to take, the step that will bridge the gap from your current reality to your desired reality. Now, there's no such thing as inaction, okay? There's always an action to take. Every thought, every habit, every choice will contribute to the reality that you experience. When you shift from unconsciously consuming old beliefs to consciously choosing new thoughts, new actions, new behaviors, new habits, you open the door to a new life. Okay? And it's not, it might sound like sometimes you might be in a place where you think this is going to be too hard, but it's not. Time's passing, right? Time is passing, and the older you get, the quicker it passes. So you need to ask yourself, I need to take action. If I want to change my life, there's going to be some time I need to take action. Why not take it right now? Because the sooner I get on this journey, the sooner I start living the life that I desire and enjoy the process along the way. We're not here to just survive. We're here to thrive. Okay, and I'm telling you this from my direct experience, right? Because even today, I didn't have an idea of what I was coming on to speak about. I woke up feeling quite flat, I wouldn't say depressed. I was just not my usual self. I had no energy. I was thinking, I committed to 75 days in a row on YouTube. I was thinking, I can't be bothered today. Saturday, the weather's nice. And I really didn't want to do it. And I was trying to make up all these excuses. But you know what? I knew I was going to do it because I knew that this is what I've committed to. This is who I'm creating. I'm creating a successful YouTuber. And successful YouTubers, what would they do if they didn't want to make the video, but they wanted to create success? They would make the video anyway. And I know that every time I start to create a video, whether I feel like it or not, at some point through the video, I start to feel alive. And see, right now, I feel alive. I'm probably going to go and record another video after this because my energy is so high. And now I have another video idea that I want to create. So motivation doesn't come before action. The motivation comes after the action. Even like when I go to the gym sometimes, I don't feel like going. But see, 10 minutes into my workout, I'm like, yes, I'm loving this. Right? So motivation comes after the action. Take the action first, and then I guarantee you'll find the motivation that you're looking for. This is why it's important to always be taking the action that aligns with who you become or becoming. Okay? If you change the concept of yourself, you change your identity, your reality will change. That's not just logic, it's universal law. Okay? Your thoughts create, as I keep telling you, right? They are the building blocks to create your new life. I went from 25, 30 years of darkness, hell, where I genuinely wanted to die. I just didn't want to live the life I was living. Okay? I genuinely wanted to just give up. But now, I truly love my life. I'm so grateful for what I have in life. So remember, everything that you think, you create. Okay? Feeling is a choice. You can choose to feel whatever way you want. Now, that might sound crazy, But you can choose to think different thoughts, take different actions, which will make you feel a different way. It's time to acknowledge that you're perfect just as you are. You're not broken. You're awesome. You're phenomenal. You are destined for greatness. But greatness isn't going to come to you. Nobody's going to save you. You need to go and get it. You need to take that first step. Okay, and if you're ready to transform your life, drop a comment below. What's one old belief you're leaving behind today? And if you're on this journey and you want to own the present moment and design a future for your life, hit the subscribe button, give me a little like. Let's walk this path together. I love you guys. Okay, and we'll catch you on the next one. I've got another video right here. So take care, have a great day,